Well, let's call this session to order. I've got 4 minutes after on it. First item on the agenda is pay the bill. Any questions, comments about any of this?
I'll make a motion.
Got a motion to approve, got a second, Gary. All in favor? Consent list. I didn't see any additions or corrections on the minutes, so I might look it over and see. Tax assessors, collections are, I don't know, maybe running a little behind this year. I don't know if she's not in here. Seems like it's a little slower this year. Still making progress. We're making it. We're at about 55%. Y'all have kind of a busy month.
I just had one document that cost $2,000 to record, so it
Oh,
made it look
really?
a lot busier.
One document.
2,000.
One document was over
2,000
500
pages?
It was over 500 pages.
Really?
District
Cost
Court
me
had a little bit of
What?
activity this time.
Some kind of a ratification on a deed of trust thing. Well, nobody will ever, insurance company.
And the treasurer's got 2 reports. Dan, you might want to talk to you about it.
I explained
She
it
knows.
earlier about, the one is last month when we had all that money coming at the end. And it was grant money from the state that needed dispersed out into other accounts like SB 22 and Lateral Road. This month, you'll see the balance is back where it's supposed to be because we dispersed all that money out to those accounts.
Gary,
Yes, sir.
got 2 of them, so.
Okay.
Truly wish general account looked like it did in November, but
We'll just put it back.
Yeah, everybody look at it.
I mean, it look a lot better.
well, it's true, but the state would have an issue with that. Ronnie would have an
That's a-
issue with that when he went to telling the state, well, she just kept that money. She
That sound
would
like a
give
per-
it to us.
that sound like a personal problem for the state.
Any questions, comments about anything on the consent list?
Oh, motion approved. I'm sorry,
Motion
Judge.
approved, short second. All in favor? Any opposed? Road and Bridge.
Well, we about got a creek dug out.
How's that going?
It's going pretty good. Sam, he's digging. He's dang near down to the, supposed to be a tank down there, but we get to there, we're gonna call it good. That's all we can do.
Yeah.
And
You don't think you're gonna do anything with them sides?
Michael worked widening them sides out Saturday. He went up there.
Oh, he did?
Yes. Then he's got a couple of boys that'll go up there with some wheelbarrows and shovels and start cleaning out that culvert.
But he
TxDOT
did
got
get the
all that
side
sand
kinda
all-
shaped up
got it
some.
all
Yeah.
moved.
That'll keep it from sloughing off.
Yeah.
So.
I was
And
up
we
there
got
Friday,
bladed
he was
cross
still
pretty
just
much
digging
on
on
your
it.
side over here.
Good.
They got bladed across some of the heights. Don't take them long over. Short of that other machine sure helps. Talk about make a hand happy.
Good.
Yeah, and, on that, we need another air compressor down there, so they can blow the filters and stuff out on them maintainers.
Do what now?
Air compressor
No.
down there for Doug and them, so they can blow them air filters and stuff
Yeah.
out.
We've patched that tank so many times it won't. You can get a little bit of air in a big tire, but we need a new compressor.
So,
Shorty, look, see if we can't find something tire.
Where at? Oh,
down there at
Oak
Glory,
Lake.
so they,
That's Mary.
that's the life of one of them machines, in
Yeah.
keeping them filters blowed out.
Yeah, yeah. But other than that, it's just,
All right. One other thing on that, Jack and I talked about it, you know, we got the two new pickups for the sheriff's department. You should be getting one of them pretty soon. They should have, Jerry's rigging them, all the electronic stuff and all that. He should be about through with one. But as soon as they get all that stuff and get the two other ones back over the road department, we need to think about some of the old ones,
yes,
setting them up for an auction or take some bids on it or something. So that's something we need to be thinking about. How many are we gonna have, Jackie? We need
probably have 3 for sure,
3.
4 maybe.
So that'll be something we need to take a look at once he gets the next 2 back in from the
You need
sheriff's
to get
office.
one of them, Holly, 'cause you can't lock the keys in there.
Yeah. You know, and these are still fairly low mileage.
One of them's pretty good.
Transferring over, so that should put them in pretty good shape for a while.
Good.
Yeah. But other than that, it's just, and little issues of mostly up in Ike's part of the country where fences are built real close to the bottom of the ditch or the front slope. And I don't know, I need Riley to rig me up something that I can hand to these people and say, hey, I get real tired of spitting on one another's boots out in the middle of the county through.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that way Riley writes something, I can hand it to them and they can deal with him. Or deal with that.
Send them over.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get one in the body shop pretty soon too.
Yeah. Yeah, my pickup, I hit a big old deer.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
yeah, he's buck. I got 1 out of 3.
ain't bad.
1 out of 3. It's not hard to do anymore.
No.
30%.
I got one the other day too.
Did you?
Anything else, Road and Bridge?
Other than that, I'm good.
Any questions? All right, discussion on. As we're doing every time till we decide what we need to do about it. Item number 4, burn ban. Consider it. We just dry, that's all I know right
Yeah,
now, and I don't know when we're gonna get any moisture. Every time
Down here.
they seem to think we may be gonna get a little moisture, we don't,
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, let me get on the forecast.
Ain't nothing in the forecast.
There ain't nothing in the forecast.
We're gonna
What,
strip,
this
we're gonna
morning?
strip out the next 10 days. We're gonna,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
gonna be
ain't
good for us. Bad for my wheat.
You know, and they were talking with this El Nino effect, or whatever that is down in the Pacific, it may be a very dry winter.
As usual, huh?
I don't know.
Well,
We got broom weeds, I don't know.
Things burn good.
I guess.
Unless you're trying to burn them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Try to burn them, they won't
You
burn.
just need a 40-mile-an-hour wind.
Yeah.
And they burn pretty
Yeah,
hot.
we'll
but
burn on a 40-mile-an-hour
That
wind.
they
happens around
hot,
here
too.
pretty regularly.
Yeah. Yeah. It may not rain, but the wind's gonna blow.
They didn't know that.
So, you want to table it again, or?
I don't care.
It don't matter to me.
What you gonna do?
Somebody needs to make a decision here.
Well, I
We
will,
think
Yeah, I
You
would
gonna
think.
put it in?
Yeah, I think you just tape it. What do y'all think?
you know, we've been having these big views every morning, so,
Yeah.
y'all, I can't strip till about 1 o'clock, so anyway, I mean, I know, I keep up with it pretty good, so y'all wanna table it for 2 more weeks, I mean,
Yeah, we can take a look at it again 22nd.
yeah. Have y'all seen any Fillery or Wild Rye coming up in these pastures though?
I hadn't yet.
I mean, I know it hadn't rained a lot, but it's rained enough, you know, I figured that stuff might've kicked off, but it
I
ain't
haven't
done.
seen
Uh-uh. I ain't saw it at all.
I'll make a motion, we table it.
Got a motion,
I'll
table
second it.
second? Ike second, all in favor? All right, we'll look at it again on the 22nd.
Big fire.
Well, at least it's your fault, Shorty.
Yeah.
All right. We've been I put this off about as long as I can, but we're gonna have to think about.
After 20 years, we're gonna have to paint it.
I thought I'd have some prices this morning. They thought they could get, it's South Plains, they're the ones that takes care of my tower for us. They're gonna get me a price to come down and do a full safety inspection on it, checking the guy wires and all, and then, like the top beacon, they, had to get them down here a while back to replace the bulb in it.
Mhm.
And that beacon got a hole in it, the shield on it, I guess a hail ball got it, but anyhow, gonna have to replace that. When we had that little power outage here, 2 weeks ago, whenever that was, it tripped the breakers down there, so we didn't have lights at all for a few days. Got Tim to go down there and look at it, and he flipped the breakers back on. We put a new lock on that, new combination lock on that building. When he got down there, I guess the sheriff's office didn't get the word, so they cut my new lock off of it and put another lock
Did
on
they
it.
shut the door?
Yeah, but anyway, they thought they could get me a price by this morning, but I haven't got anything from them, so I should have a price from them. But that's something that, at least the safety inspection and take a look, that's something that's got to get done. And then it needs to be painted. Of course, that'll be the big issue, is getting the painting. But it's gonna happen. That's something that's, we talk about this, and I keep putting it off, but we're just at the point where we're gonna have to get something done, so.
Of course, they'll inspect it first, right?
Huh?
They'll inspect
Oh,
it
yeah,
first.
yeah,
So
they'll inspect it first, that's the
if
first
they,
thing.
if they come
And
back and
if they
condemn
think
it,
it's safe enough, then
if they come back and condemn it, then,
yeah, that could happen.
Yep.
I mean, they could come back in here and say that thing is, it can't continue to stand. And we talked to them, if that was be the case, then we'd have to take it down, and it'd probably just cut some guy wires and let her come.
let her lay.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have to think about what we do from there.
Yeah.
See if they'll let us use I doubt that they would on that other tower down there.
Yeah.
But internet tower, whatever that is. We've got this tower down here at the fire department. It hadn't been used in years, but it's not very tall.
It's not very tall. And there's what sits in the hole.
Yeah. We got TxDOT, we let them put some of their equipment out here, and then that Agra
Yeah.
business thing, whatever they call it, they're,
Are they still doing that?
yeah.
I read the other day where some of them John Deere houses were canceling that and
Yeah.
doing away with
As
that.
far as I know, I've not heard anything else from them. I do know, they were gonna keep it cleaned up down around the tower as part of their deal and all. I know that they didn't do that.
That boy that we made the trade with, he don't work for me anymore. He's in
Yeah.
South Texas.
Yeah. Well,
So I don't know who's running that. Of course, that deal was struck with, United Ag,
Right.
Yeah.
and they're gone, so I don't know.
United
I'm
Ag,
not United Ag with,
Not United Ag, it was,
Quality Implement.
United Ag.
Made the deal with Quality Implement. And then United Ag bought them out.
Yeah.
So I don't know what
they
kind.
didn't get the same contract?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't,
Bet you
they
got like a
got
wolf
it.
up,
Don't
you know,
worry.
people.
See, I don't know. I mean, that was for you tractor operators, for your GPS guidance
Yep.
stuff is what that was all about. And I don't know if it's still operating down there or not.
I'll try to call somebody today and find out what's going on, okay?
Yeah. You haven't been using it?
No, I don't use that system.
Oh. I didn't. No. And I don't know if there was that many around here that it
I
used.
think they was covering that old Glory area with that tire.
Is that what it was?
I think so.
Been so long since I've done any farming, I don't even know how y'all do that anymore.
Only I call my kids. Button I push.
Afraid to push one, ain't you?
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess kinda get y'all's approval to go ahead and do the safety inspection and all. I don't have the prices on it, but that's something that's gonna have to get done. And then we'll take a look, if the towers and the guys are still solid enough, then I'll come back with the price on the painting later on. But the safety inspection is something that we really need to get done.
That tower's 400 foot, right?
440.
It's on one single peg deals.
Yeah.
You know, it's got 3 legs, and when it gets down to the bottom, it goes into a single peg.
Yeah.
Really?
It sticks on that. And the problem was, we
I
got
never
into
have
once
quite
before.
figured out why they,
That had rust all around it, but that's where we thought it was gonna get condemned, like, when we was talking about that being condemned, that was the problem, that peg, where it goes into that concrete pad,
Yeah.
it had rusted. And we thought they was gonna condemn us, the last time they come up here and inspected.
yeah, well, see, that wasn't too long after I came into office, we got that done. It's been 15 years,
Yeah,
so we're overdue.
Climbing that hill, didn't it?
Yeah, they know that.
So, I guess I need y'all's approval to okay that.
I make a motion, we let the
Got a
judge
motion.
continue on with the
Got a
inspection
second?
of the
All in favor?
radio tower. I don't know what we're gonna do.
And like I say, if it proves up that the tower's still good for a while longer, then I'll come back to you on the paint, because that's probably gonna be the big expense,
sure?
is getting it painted. But that's something that's, we're
I
nearly
don't
gonna
think
have to do.
That paint job was about $20,000 last time.
Was it really?
I
know,
think so, it's
yeah.
high.
Well, I
Higher
think
than that, if I had
the
it,
last
me
time.
too.
Yeah, I'm like you.
Yeah.
It's just that bottom 10 foot, but it can't get painted.
Well, I'm about 6, about all I can reach, so.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something, there ain't enough money to get me up there and painted. At any price.
Hey, I don't know how you
I'll
gonna
paint it
paint it.
after we cut them guy wires, let them to the ground, I'll go up there and paint it for you.
I don't know how man's gonna paint it with both hands holding on to it.
With your mouth, paintbrush in there.
Got one of those drones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Item number 6. It's something that I think we need to do. I've talked to the sheriff about this, and it's talk about pay increase for our second deputy. And we hired him at the base that was required by the state. The young man's done a good job here. He's out and about. He's doing good. Historically, our second deputy has run about $1,000 or just a hair over less than the chief deputy. If we bring him up to the 50,000, which is, I think is one, he's at 45 now. We bring him up to 50, that'll put him at $1,800 under the chief deputy, which gets back in line to what we've historically had. So
If we wanna keep him, we better do something.
that's.
But he does the
I
job.
mean, that's it, and we pay for that out of the grant funds.
Yeah.
And, you know, we got the grant funds, it's in the bank, we're working on that. We know we'll have the grant funds again next year. Now, after that,
Who knows?
who knows whether the legislature will continue to approve that or not, but
I'll make
we
a
got it
motion
this
to
year and next year.
Increase it.
Yeah.
I'll second it.
So, that's your motion, Gary, so
I'll make.
He made a
you
motion.
made that motion to make that here. Who
I'll
second?
I'll second
You
it.
second, all right, all in favor?
Are y'all gonna make that retroactive?
Oh, yeah,
back to
and I recommend we make it retroactive back to October the 1st. That's our fiscal year. Is that, Shorty?
Yes.
All right, aye?
Yes.
Okay. All in favor? All right. Get that done. Item number 7, open forum, Gary.
Yes, I went to Gary was there last night, went to the, what do you call that deal? The
Thanksgiving,
countywide
Christmas.
Christmas
Yeah.
deal, and the food bank got up and talked. I just want to let everybody know, they're feeding 68, they fed 68 families in November. But she said that, who is that lady that spoke?
One to Kay Gibbon,
Okay,
that guy that's married to Mitty Dunn.
Okay.
It's his daughter.
okay, I thought that's who that was. She said that Swinson's, solar deal had really come through for him down there. Gary, you jump in here where finally, I think she showed up there at the pickup load
They
of
put,
stuff.
we got 4 different deliveries Thursday for toys for the kids on the toy drive.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
Said she went over to the
Yeah,
Angel
she
Tree
put-
and,
I think she put $1,000 into that thing.
Yeah,
but anyway, said she showed up with toothpaste and
yeah.
body
Loads.
deodorant and soap, and plus, of course, this Linda Kay, is that, what'd you say her name was?
Linda Kay,
Yeah, said, she said that our kids, our school.
Wanda Kay.
Wanda Kay had really hit a dinger on the food drive. I
Yeah.
think she had 5,000 cans of food
I
on there.
think so.
So, and financially, these people came through with some money. I can't quote you the numbers, but they came through with some money and really helped.
And they've talked about helping on this, education endowment.
Okay. Well, anyway, I just want, my biggest deal was, I just wanted everybody to know that they had came through,
Yeah.
and so far they were doing what they said they'd do.
Yeah.
Now, I'm still anxious for us to see if they'll do like these wind farms and give us, X number of dollars a year to
Yeah.
pass out like we do with the,
Well, and that lady, when she visited with us here, it's been a couple, 3 weeks ago, she said they're gonna do this every year.
anyway,
They're coming through.
yeah.
That's good.
They're
Like I
really-
say,
the
anyway.
lady that was here is their public relations person for the state.
Yeah.
Now, I've got a little meeting with them scheduled at 11:30 today, be a web meeting, and go over the construction. Right now, the plan is start full-scale construction the 5th of January. That's their plan right now, but we'll discuss that more on a little web meeting here in a little while.
But anyway, that's all I had. I just wanted everybody to, I thought that was,
Yeah.
I was glad to hear that
Yeah.
they're doing what they said they'd do. I know she said that in this meeting, but
Yeah.
apparently she's followed through more than once.
Take a look in the break room, it's full of toys.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it just is.
Good.
I know, I think they're gonna handle that through the daycare center, I think, but I know Lacey and Gracie and them, they've done a lot of work in there on getting that stuff ready, so, okay. Shorty, you have anything?
Just about them lawnmowers and stuff, just on a trailer. We need a place to put them,
Need to
to
what?
get them out of the weather, them
Yeah.
lawnmowers.
Y'all have any? place
We gotta fix it where he can back them in the Boy Scout hut.
Okay,
That's all insulated,
right,
heated,
yeah.
lights.
Is all that stuff still in there from the community center?
No, it's, most of that stuff is, I don't know, there's not a whole lot in there that we can't run them up in there.
You're talking about the shed, are you talking about the shed or the Boy Scout hut?
Just a Boy Scout hut,
Yeah, the shed doesn't have a top on it
Yeah.
down there.
that'd be a good spot to
It's
put
not
'em.
no shed, huh?
Huh?
It's not a shed, huh?
It's not a shed, it's a frame.
No,
But on the south side of that Boy Scout hut, there's a big set of double doors. That would be wide enough. for you.
Well, they give so much money for that thing, they
Yeah,
should be
sure.
out of the weather instead of sitting out there on a trailer.
Yeah.
sure.
You know, we can get it in there, but we may have to think about getting one of those little portable sheds put up or something.
That or a sea container, that way you don't have no rats eating on it.
That's true.
That's probably the best,
Sea container?
yep.
Just-
Other than the heat, I mean,
You'd keep the
I
rats
keep
out.
mine in mine, it don't
Don't bother.
bother mine.
You could have a rat problem with the Boy Scout hut, it's not sealed up good.
Yeah.
Cause it don't take long for a rat to
No.
hair lip one of them lawnmowers.
yeah.
I killed a rattlesnake in there a couple years ago.
Oh, shit.
I'm really mess with the rat.
That's the reason that rattlesnake was in there, because them rats, maybe.
Yep.
Them snakes have been terrible this year.
So
I hadn't
that's-
noticed that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I had
Shoot on my car so many times.
5 mouse traps and 2 rat traps out, and I'll clean out 2 or 3, if not 5 or 6 every day. Rats and mice out of those traps. I've got a
As long as you're
little,
in the country, you're gonna have them.
Yep.
got a little
Yeah, I
screech
don't have
owl
too
that
many.
stays in my barn most of the time, and he's helping out quite a bit too, because he keeps depositing that crap on the hood of my pickup. So, I know he's doing some good, because it's evident on my hood of my pickup about every morning, so. But no, the rats and mice have been awful this year. I don't know what.
That's everywhere, in town, out country, or?
Yeah, everybody I've talked to have had issues with them.
We caught 6 one night,
See,
4 on one trap, 2 on another.
No kidding.
Yeah.
They keep getting in my car, chewing up my wires in my car. I'm getting tired of fixing it.
Get you some of that
Yeah.
yeah, it's just,
pure peppermint. Don't, I meant just straight peppermint. And then put it under there. And it works.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we got that
I bought all kinds of
little
stuff.
bar out there on the patio on the shed, and we've got
I've got
little
some.
freezers on there. And it also, it quit working. Deb, she pushed it out and said, haul this thing to the trash. And I got to look at, all it was they chewed that gum cord.
yeah,
You know, just, I mean, they're destructive.
yeah, they have to chew your water lines up too underneath your house.
That Ford,
Yeah, they had a spray, stop the rodent,
I put.
they outlawed it.
They did.
Yeah, you spray it in them machines in the floorboard and around on the motor and stuff, about every 2 weeks, and you wouldn't have no problem. Jackson Brothers on the one that ever, place ever found it.
I had a dang coon come out of mine.
They,
Excavator.
I went down there to get some one day, and he said there'd be no more, cause they outlawed it.
Well, on the mower, back to mowers on the thing, but, I talked to Tim this morning. He's still got a little bit, he's wanting to do up here on the
South
on
side,
top.
or the east
The
side.
rest of them in pretty good shape, but he still likes a little, he can catch some decent weather to get up there, and
Yeah.
then he pretty much gonna be through with the mowing for a while. So, we can get those mowers inside, yeah.
Yeah, we can put them down there, that'd be a good spot for them.
Yeah, I talked to him about that, and, once he gets all that done, kinda get a little bit of help around the courthouse here, some things it's kinda lacking, not getting done, so, gonna do that.
And that building's super energy efficient. I mean,
Huh?
that building is super energy efficient. You walk in there in the middle of summer, it'll be 70 degrees in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And we did put that mini split in too.
Yeah, it's never all that cold or hot, either one in that building. So it'll be a good place to keep them over the winter, so. Okay, anything else, Shorty?
That's it.
Gary? Anything? All right? Todd? Andy, anything else? Bobby?
Nothing to report. We're 100% on everything.
Jackie,
Jackie,
do you wanna talk to him about that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I need you to
Uh-oh.
come up with some kind of letter, something, when I'm in the middle of a county road and we're talking about how close something is to my road,
Mhm.
that I can hand them and let them read and they can talk to you. I'm tired of,
To back them off
Yeah.
the right of way?
yeah,
I'll have to pull a statute or something. maybe.
okay,
I can do that.
that way, 'cause when I get to telling them, it's like I'm making up the rules as I'm talking, but I need something that,
Well, that's what we lawyers do too.
well, I know that,
They gotta give it
but I need
everybody.
it, I just need it. It'll
Yeah,
help come
I'll just
through.
together.
And we've got a lot up in the Ike's part of the country, we got a lot of stuff close to the road.
Have they built some more, with some new?
Yeah. Yeah, going on everywhere. You follow them up through Oriana and go down in that bottom and them H braces are just,
Yeah,
the
I've seen
maintainers are
that.
having, when they're pulling a little bit of that material up on the road, you watch them when they move that blade in, go around that H brace and put it back,
I was up there the other day.
pretty close.
it's bad.
And plus, it's gonna jerk a fender off of a $80,000 pickup. And whose fault is it gonna be?
Yours.
Well,
We talked about this several times, you see, never done nothing.
So if I just had something to handle,
one of the landowners out there, talked to them, and they took those dead men up, but up out of the way, but the rest of them still there, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably if you know
All
that.
that down there, but
You know, 'cause there would have been a time either that those roads were condemned or deeded or
Yeah.
something, so.
And we just say, either y'all move them, or we'll move them off our roadway.
Mhm.
And they ain't gonna like probably the way we
I-
move the,
I think if you get it in writing, and that way, if one of our road hands catches that fence, it's kinda like, dude, use on us.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just protecting my guys.
yeah,
I don't-
well, you know, that's Stonewall County.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's gonna, shoving contest, what's it gonna wind up being?
So, and it's not, and they're building and it's not
Well,
gonna
they
go
have
away.
built a lot of stuff out
No.
there.
Well, if you let it slide, it's just gonna get worse.
It is.
It's a nightmare,
Absolutely.
because
So
when they had that bridge closed down, we just cut through, I think, tractors, that 30-foot
You
equipment.
see, you know,
I mean,
something
yes,
happened.
Well, they need to
Well,
ask
Well,
somebody
it's right on the road.
up here
Yeah,
Every
before
bit
they
of it's
start
right on the
building.
road.
Right, there's some
I
level
say,
of
I've been-
common sense, this is not
I
that
was up there
bad.
twice, like,
Cause
last
they're not
week.
from the country, they're not from dirt roads, they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's somebody.
You
Well,
don't
these
know
people
how
coming
much
in
out
here don't.
How much out here, this is the way we do it in Tarrant County.
That's
this
what
is
I'm
the way
saying,
we
they
do
don't
it.
understand the
Yeah.
country.
Yeah, in Stonewall County.
Tell them what I got told, that boy told me, we ain't in that
Got it
county.
our way.
You know,
Instead of their way.
That boy told me, that's the way we do it in Bama. I said, you ain't in Bama no more, buddy.
Yeah.
you don't need a visa to come here.
that's all I
We got
got.
the county closed down.
Boy.
Another thing, while we're talking to the county attorney about writing stuff, just gonna give you a heads up. We've got a couple of places here inside the city limits that, the city has contacted Dr. Passman as the county health authority. And he came and talked to me about it. There's one in particular place down in, Hickman Edition that, he was gonna send a letter to abate the problem. They'll have, I think it's 30 days to do something about the problem. And if not, then it will be turned over to the county attorney then to proceed. And I've got the information in there on my desk if you wanna look at it. So that'll be something that may come up, I don't know. I'm hoping that, and actually there's two places here in town, one down on South End and then that one up there that Dr. Passman's looking at that the city requested. And even though it's in the city limits, he's the county health authority and he declares that they are in violation of the safety and sanitary rules. Then if they don't do any, when he sends them the notice that it needs to be cleaned up or baited, and they do nothing with it, then it's to be, and that's the way the law reads on it, I read it all too, it's to be turned over to the county attorney then for action.
Yeah, we'll look at it, that,
Okay, so
that
that's
sounds like a
something that's,
civil, that sounds
may
like a
be
civil
coming up.
issue, which,
Yeah.
my office is not in charge of, but,
yeah,
we'll look at it.
okay. I've got a letter here that I've got from Sam Goldsmith. Well, I'll just read it that way, if you have any questions.
This is something we've known's been coming for a long time.
Yeah.
Just never did anything about it.
We've been notified for over a year that Windstream, who currently supports the email for StonewallCountyTX.org, will be discontinuing this service. Due to some other email issues we're currently having with Stonewall County, we will be working on migrating the email system to Microsoft 365, which you all are already on for Word and Excel licensing. I'm sending this as normally we would discuss transition and steps in Commissioners Court prior to, but due to critical nature of some of the problems we're seeing, we're going to move forward with this migration and then report back unless you direct us otherwise. There will be a licensing cost that will go away when Windstream and the new licensing will bill through Goldsmith for Microsoft M365. Our pricing is on a TIPS agreement, it's like buy board, and is discounted. We will communicate with you and all users before making any change that will be impacted. My question is, and we'll find this out later on, I don't know if we're gonna be able to keep the same email addresses that we're all using now. That's
Yeah.
StonewallCountyTX.org. But
I think the org will go away. I think that the org will go away and it'll go to .gov.
Could.
it may do it.
Possibly.
I mean, I don't know, but when we migrate off from
I'm out on that.
Yeah,
Windstream.
I think we should do
It's
it.
nearly gonna have to change, I think.
Well, we've already all changed, Amy and Ronnie anyways, from the old system that we
I've
all
still,
used to
I've
be
still
on,
got, I mean,
so-
I've
I
got
still
the
call
new
my
one, but I
kids
kept
asking
my
which
old
one
one.
buttons to
That's
push
my-
on that
It's not
GPS.
like they can
Yeah, I'm
do it.
out
I doubt I
too.
need to start running this program.
They can push, you
I'm
know.
out on that one too, Shorty.
So,
We'll put
anyway,
less
that's
in
just
charge.
a heads up that once they do the migration and we change over to that Microsoft
It's
M
gotta
three
be done.
sixty-five.
I mean, Tish is already.
Probably
she's
gonna
already
be a
just quit
licensing
working.
fee we're gonna
So
be.
she's having to go through the web to even get to her
Yeah,
emails. and
always a fee.
That's half the more than over half of my correspondence is email, so email's not something we can give up in the
So is
correspondence.
Windstream, are they pulling out of Aspermont?
I don't think it's that.
I
I
think
don't
it's-
know.
I think that just, they're gonna stop supporting email.
They're not gonna host the email service that we use any longer.
I think
Cause
this,
they've got most of Aspermont, don't they, Windstream? Or does Santa
That's
Rosa
who I
have it?
use.
I use.
Santa
Santa
Rosa
Rosa?
has a lot of.
I use
Who-
Centrio. Santa Rosa sold out to
Who-
Centrio,
who did-
yeah,
so
you-
that's
yeah.
who I have.
Yeah.
We had Windstream down here, but they
and,
wouldn't
and
service
see,
it.
Clear.
Windstream run this fiber optic.
I got
They
this
went
over
under
on
those streets
water
out
tower.
here and they come up in the
You do?
middle of the
I don't want it.
yard back here.
Whatever it is.
And then we're gonna tie
That's
from it
Centrio.
and come on into the building. They never completed
AMA,
that.
Tectel?
Yeah.
Well, I knew way back there, we had a lot, or y'all,
I have
since
Santa
I believe,
Rosa.
y'all had a lot of trouble with Windstream.
Well, we
I have
used
to have that
Windstream for a
water
while
tower
when we
and
went to LGS and we couldn't get enough service out of it.
Actually,
It-
most of our internet now is
Centrio or Central.
Centrio. We have Windstream as a backup.
Yeah,
In case.
Yeah.
They go down, then
Something else
Yeah.
kicks on.
but I'm still at loss of why they didn't complete that fiber optic into the building. You know, they've got it out in the middle of the yard back here. I walked out there one day and there's this big orange conduit sticking up out of the ground about that high, right in the middle of the yard, right back here. And I thought, what in the devil is this? And they never said, and when I finally, one of the guys pulled up and I jumped in, but I said, what are you guys
I
doing?
got a cook for him.
Oh, you mean they didn't come talk to you about it, the engineer? And I said, you're the only one I've seen.
Yeah.
I did
Unlucky
cook
for
him this
you.
weekend, so-
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I told him, I said, you know, you need to clear something, I said,
You
we
can
got
cook
a,
every day.
you
Yeah,
know, a
water
sprinkler
system.
system
My
in
family's
here, and I
not
said,
big
it's a
as
dang wonder you didn't cut into that, and I said, my maintenance guy has dug a lot of holes repairing that stuff and fixing it and getting it to working. They just bored under and come up in the middle of the yard up there and never said a word to anybody. But, then I asked him, I said, "Well, what are you gonna do with it now?" And he said, well, we'll go ahead and tie into here and go up and get it in the building. That's been 2 years ago. They never
So,
have
ain't it?
completed it. So I don't know what Windstream's doing. Anyway, that's, we're gonna be migrating to a different system on our emails, and that's a critical part of our business here in the courthouse, is having that email. That's how we communicate with all the state agencies. You can't call one of them, they never answer their phone. I can send them an email, and they'll answer me right back.
yep.
Yeah, well, most of them work from home now, so
Yeah,
that's why.
but I can dial their office numbers and never get an answer. And when you leave, well, you get an answer, you'll leave a message, but they never call you back. So anyway, that's something that's coming, and there will be there's gonna be a licensing fee, as we all know.
I don't know how much it'll increase. I mean, I'm sure we're looking at a little increase, but I already have to pay for that in my office anyway, so I don't
We all
think it's
do.
gonna be a big,
But if it don't work, we're kinda wasting our money on
well, I'm
it.
talking about the Microsoft,
Oh,
we're
okay.
migrating
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
You know, we already paid for a license for that in
Sure.
several of the offices. I know I do.
Because that's what I use on most of my reports and stuff is
Yeah.
Microsoft.
That's
Drafting
part of-
letters,
that's per
Excel.
device,
Yeah.
too.
Huh?
That's per device too, but you get the whole. thing.
Anyway,
You get
so
the whole thing,
when,
yeah.
when you open a red folder here one of these days, and you see this new licensing fee from Microsoft, you'll know what it's about.
Okay.
Anyway, does anybody have anything else?
Motion adjourned.
Second.
Adjourn.